Alrighty guys, welcome back to another one. We've been wanting to do this video for a while. We have the Panzer Arms M4 versus the Benelli M4. They are pretty identical. There are a few minor differences, but we have some shells we know will cycle these guns. Actually, the M4, my Panzer, cycles light loads fairly well. Not all the time, but most of the time. Winchester, 1.25 ounces, 1300 FPS. We have Winchester high velocity steel target loads. That was probably off frame, but these are running 1325. It is 1 ounce though. Pretty good steel shot load. And we have these Remington Nitro sporting clays, 1.1 ounces at 1300. But like I was saying, the Panzer here cycles 1 ounce loads at 1145 pretty decently. The Benelli though, we honestly have had trouble out of it cycling low power loads, like, just plain old target loads. But anything hotter, like those Winchesters right there, it does cycle them pretty well. Both guns take Benelli style chokes. Imagine that. A few minor differences. The Benelli, the magazine, the faux extension here, runs a little bit longer than the Panzer, but that's pretty much just cosmetic. The forends are exactly the same. They feel the same. They're the same color. The grip on the Benelli is a little bit fatter, but Josh actually prefers the slim grip on the Panzer, don't you?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's see. The other things. The barrel finish on the Benelli is lighter in color than the Panzer. But again, it's just all cosmetic. And as far as I know, both of these guns, all of the parts are completely one-to-one interchangeable. They both have a pick rail. But, I mean, other than that, they're pretty similar. The stocks are a little bit different shaped right here. The Panzer does come with the collapsible 5-position stock, as does the Benelli, but both of these are just using the fixed stock. But I guess without further ado, let's get into it. These are empty, just so you know. So both guns are a 5+1 because of the faux magazine extension. But I'm loaded up with the Remington Nitros. Again, ounce a day, 1300 FPS. One thing to note about the Benelli here, it is a little bit stiff to load. So, without further ado, let's run it. There's 5. Forgot it had 6 in it. But, let's reload here. See what I mean? It's a little bit stiff getting those back in. Alright, let's see what the M4 or the Panzer can do.
They're both the M4's.
And now for the Panzer. This gun is much, much easier to reload. Don't know why, but it is. The trigger is also a lot lighter than the Panzer. Alright, here we go. Yeah, the Panzer, a lot easier to load and a lot lighter trigger, which is a little bit surprising, to be honest. So before moving on with the rest of this video, I just want to mention real quick, the rest of it, we experienced some technical difficulties and some, I guess, nature difficulties. Our mics decided, for whatever reason, they didn't want to work anymore. So, you guys are stuck with camera audio for the rest of this video. I want to apologize about that. The wind is a lot worse than what it has been in the first half of this video you guys just saw. Yep, it's pretty bad now. And one clip was even recorded in slow motion. So if you guys can find that, point it out, leave it in the comments. See if you can find it. One more quick thing. The charging handle is bigger on the Panzer than the Benelli. I guess that's a plus.
Alrighty guys, I'm up now anyways. We is out of the Nitro 27, so starting out with the Panzer, it is loaded with 1 ounce, 6.5 shot. What are they? Steel shot, some sorts. We've got 8 of them to run on and off. It does not run these.
You don't like the steel shot?
Not at all. Oh well, let's see how the Benelli does.
Those hulls are junk, just so you know.
Okay.
Those were the nitros.
Yep. There was 6 of them anyways. 7. And this one makes number 8.
I'm going to go ahead and say right now that the Benelli's not going to run the Winchester steel shot either.
I don't think so neither. It runs lows though.
Yep. You see what I mean though about the Benelli being stiff to load?
Well, what I've noticed versus the Benelli versus the Panzer, the edges on the machine surfaces on the Benelli, you'd think would be a lot nicer, a lot higher quality. They're not. They're actually sharper. Like going into the loading gate and that hard edge.
Is the Panzer smoother?
The Panzer is smoother. That's what I was saying. You'd think the Benelli would be higher quality there, but
that's
got a
weird.
sharp edge on it.
That's a little weird.
Might just be the sloppy tolerances on the Panzer making it seem better.
Could be.
In all honesty, they ain't as crisp machine edges is all it is. But
right. For what it's worth, these Winchesters have a low, very like paper thin steel base. That's probably why the Panzer did not like them, but take it away.
I was going to say, I've got the Benelli loaded up with the same things that the Panzer would not run. Let's see if it'll run them.
It ran them just fine.
Yep.
Alrighty, I'm going to take a go with the Panzer with those. Okay, let's see if I can get the Panzer to run the steel shot. Probably not. Nope. We found a load the Panzer does not like.
Try shaking it backwards. Almost.
I'm going to save these last 2 for a different gun. I might throw it in here just because why not?
Let's do that. Let's throw it in the end of this one just to see.
Just throw it in right now.
Alright. Alrighty guys, I don't even know what to say about this thing. It's a Warthog made in Turkey. It's got a, what is this thing? It's got a 20-inch chamber.
Yeah.
It's 12 gauge. Figure we show some good Turkish guns, might as well show this one.
Right. It's misspelled Turkey and it says 20-inch chamber instead of 20-inch barrel.
Let's see if it'll run these steel shot. Actually, go steel shot, nitro 27, steel shot, steel shot. Let's see anyways. I don't expect it to, but.
It's trying.
You were doing so good. Oh, shit.
It was telling him no more, sir. It was unloading itself.
Please, sir, do not feed me no more of them, and I'm like, eat, peasant. Are you not thankful for the food I gave it to you?
I don't think it is.
Okay, so I limp wristed it and it worked. I held it tight, it did not work.
That's
But
weird.
it worked for the first, I don't know, 3 or 4 anyways. There we go. It needs a little work.
It's working a lot better than it used to, though, I'll tell you that.
It's kind of sad, though, it cycled some of them in the poor Panzer.
Didn't.
Tried.
Let's continue on. So now we have the Winchester 1.25 ounce at 1300 FPS. Birdshot again. But let's see if the Panzer will run these. Well, there's 6. I have 10 here. Loads like butter. Yeah, it locks those just fine. So, the Benelli, as we said earlier, definitely loads a little bit stiffer. Old fumble fingers here. I think I have 4. Let's just run 4 for now. 5. There we go. I miscounted.
Alrighty guys, same thing, the Benelli version this time with the M4. 1.25 ounce Winchester loads. I don't see why it wouldn't run them for me, but I guess for the sake of the video, let's see if it won't run them for me. There's a few. Ran them ones.
Want to make note of something? This is the Benelli, the pin that holds in the trigger group. It is starting to walk just a little bit. So next we're going to pattern a home defense load 9-pellet double aught at 10 yards. I have an extra full choke in this gun, 685 diameter, And this is sort of S&B Buckshot. Now the factory load, as they loaded it, was terrible, so I broke it back down and put it back together the way it should have been. But let's see, what did we get here?
Through the Panzer.
Yep, this is the Panzer. That's a pretty good pattern.
Yeah.
Alright guys, so we have all 9 pellets here in about a foot string. We have 1 flyer, so I guess you could call that the 9th pellet flyer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now I can cover 7 anyway, almost with one hand. That's a pretty good pattern for 10 yards and no buffer, no wad. Just a plain old 9 pellet double-aught buckload you would use for home defense. Let's see if the M4 can stack up to that. The Benelli, I mean. For what it's worth, the bolt release on the Benelli is also a lot stiffer than the Panzer. But just something to make note of. And no, we're not trashing the Benelli at all. We absolutely love this gun. And honestly, we expected it to be miles better than the Panzer, but so far it's seeming like it's the other way around, guys.
Alrighty guys, same thing that he shot, modified 9 pellet S&B Buckshot. Only difference is it's through the Benelli M4 instead of the Panzer clone.
Same choke. Benelli definitely shot it better.
Difference. Barrel's still different. I don't have a clue. Definitely looks tighter though.
I might fire another one out of mine. That could have been a fluke that round I just took. Who knows though? But those two back to back, you can see Benelli definitely held a tighter pattern.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and a wad strike.
Right, well, shadow, sorry guys, but there it is. Or it could just be variance, one shot to the next. The S&B Buckshot is really bad stuff. It's like bottom barrel. Alright guys, I have 2 of those exact same loads we just shot. But this is the Panzer M4. My dot turned back on here. That's a pretty good pattern. That one's also really good with 1 flyer. A lot better than that first one I took. That was just bad luck of the draw.
This is just side note here. We've stood in the same spot for every shot. I don't know if you can see them right there or not, but all the holes have landed in the same spot pretty much.
So here's my first one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All 9. One actually went right through point of aim too. That's pretty cool. And over here we have a wad that went through the paper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
There's a pellet. Yep.
And if you look right here, there's a pellet hole. One of them pellets followed through with that wad.
You can definitely see it.
Both of those patterns are better than my first, and here's what's really cool. The Josh seams down here.
You're good.
See that right there? A gas seal from one of those shells.
Wow.
Okay, so next we have a 3-inch hunting style load. It's still buckshot, but a brand new prime shot hull, 26 grains of long shot, LBC 50 with a 4-pedal full cut, 1/8 inch of fiber cushion wad, 14 pellets of 31 cal single aught buck, and ITX buffer. We'll be shooting these at 42 with a lead sled. Alright guys, let's see what this 3-inch shell can do. Again, it is 14 pellets of single aught buck. Here we go. And I cannot see the pattern from down here, but it shot just fine. Alright guys, we have all 14 on paper in a circle about yay big. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And I forgot to mention it, but we're still using the 685 extra full choke. For those that don't know, that is a still shot wad, which is why it patterned so well.
Alrighty guys, let's see what the Benelli does. Everything's the same. Let's walk down there and see how that one patterned. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14.
Awesome. So it looks like the pattern with the Benelli might be a touch tighter, to be honest. So closing thoughts, guys. Well, the weight, we didn't talk about the weight, but the weight between the two, they're about the same. The Panzer might be a touch lighter, not really sure. But overall, for what the Panzer is, I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed by it. Yes, it hated the Winchester steel shot, but what
you
gun?
You said it right, shit shot.
Yeah, what gun wouldn't? But anyway, the grip on the Panzer, I like a little bit better. The bolt seems a little bit smoother. The shell release is smoother. The bolt release is smoother. I don't know, it's just overall a smoother gun, but then again, the Benelli is brand new, so is the Panzer.
I like the Panzer better. Save your money that you'd spend on the Benelli and buy you a couple boxes of good shells for the Panzer and go to the range. Have fun. It ain't worth it in my opinion. That's my opinion though.
I gotta say, guys, the Panzer has my vote too. I honestly like it a little bit better. We've shot the Benelli a little bit longer. It's not our gun, in case you're wondering. It belongs to Josh's uncle. But we've shot it quite a bit. I don't know. I just prefer the Panzer a little bit better, to be honest.
That's me, and that's not just from a economical standpoint neither. I like the ergonomics of the Panzer better. Like he said, the grip is a few, I don't know, it's like quarter-inch difference in it. It's a big difference probably sitting there on video. You can see even.
Yeah.
It's like holding a nice 1911 or holding a high point. The high point being the Beretta, no, Benelli, I'm sorry, in this standpoint. And the Panzer being the 1911 in this analogy, but it's just bulky. I don't like it. That's all personal things there. They both seem to run just as well. Maybe the Benelli did run the crap Winchesters a little better, but
yeah,
that don't hurt my feelings. I don't plan on buying them.
Yeah, I'll probably never buy those again. I bought them, honestly, just to do a breakdown on them, because some people wanted to see breakdowns on target load, so I figured why not? It's a bit of an oddball load. The hulls they use, I'll be honest, are absolute trash. It's bottom barrel hulls. I won't call it brass, the steel base is paper thin. That's probably why the Panzer hated it. We can't speak to the longevity of the Panzer, but the Benelli has proven itself for decades. It's built like a tank. It's going to last. We've only got 350 rounds through each guns, roughly, but they both seem to run just fine. The Benelli obviously may cycle lower quality ammo a lot better, but still, either one's a good option. The Panzer is under 1/4 of the price, though. The Benelli may technically be a better gun, but both are great. I don't know, guys. Yeah, we just like the Panzer better, but thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.